All right, that was a disaster. Let's just call it how it is. Miami Heat lose at home in the season opener, 116-97. They lose by 19 points, but I promise you this, it felt like a million. And they were down by 32 at one point in this game as well. It was a train wreck from Miami's side of things. They were terrible defensively. They were terrible offensively. And if you were with us on our live show, we were very upset about it. How could you not be upset about that game? And I have some thoughts on what went wrong and what needs to be fixed early on in the year. I don't want to try to go full over panic, overreact mode, but like it's not a good start when you lose the first game of the season by 30 at home. It just isn't. And I don't want to point fingers right away, but what did we watch from Jimmy and Bam? Like, legitimately. Now, you can put some of the blame potentially on Eric Spoelstra on this offense for not getting them more involved, but you're simply, and this goes back to our conversation last season about the Miami Heat and why it was going poorly down the stretch of the year, but you're not going to win basketball games when Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo combined for 12 points in 2 of 13 shooting. What? Like, Jimmy Butler, 1 of 8, 3 points. What are we doing? Seriously. I thought we talked about this offseason. You wanted a extension. You didn't get it. You were going to be motivated this year. You were going to use all of that noise outside to have a career year to prove to everyone you deserved an extension. And I know, it's game 1 of 82. But it's not a good start when in game 1, you no-show offensively, and in the rare opportunities that you had on the offensive end, you smoked them. 3-pointers, 0-2. Airballed one. The only basket he had, it was on a really good alley-oop pass from Tyler Herro in transition. I mean, this was as bad as you can possibly imagine if you are the Miami Heat. I don't want to overreact. I don't. But how does it feel like this is any different from previous seasons? Or at least last season, I should say. The Heat had a really good start to this game. They were tied with Orlando at 32 after one quarter. And then what did they do in the second quarter? They scored 22 points. Orlando scored 26. You're only done 4 at halftime. Manageable. Third quarter. Third. You gave up 39 points. And you scored 18. And outscored by 21 points in the third quarter. Like, what? Like, that can't happen, guys. It just simply can't. It's an absolute joke. I don't want to, like, I'm going to say it like a million times in this show. I'm trying not to overreact to one game. But be honest with me. What was your one takeaway from today? I mean, it was an absolute disaster. Pin comment. If you get hit with the YouTube ad break, scroll down, let it play, and answer today's question. But let me know your thoughts on what went wrong today for the Miami Heat. A lot can be pointed to the defensive side as well as the offense, and we'll talk about the defensive mishaps too, but I'm going to continue to look at the offensive side of the floor here. Miami got to the free throw line 29 times. They made 22 of 29. Would have liked that number to be a little bit better, but I'm not going to complain about 29 free throw attempts. Doing your good job getting to the rim there. But you're never going to win a basketball game when you shoot 38.6% from the field and 32.4% from three. And what did we talk about all preseason long? About how this offense was much more spaced because of Bam Adebayo's three-point improvement. And they're just going to have more of a 5-out offense to where it would create driving lanes for Jovic, Jimmy, Tyler, Terry. Even Bam would be able to drive inside more because you have other people sitting out ready to hit a three if it's necessary. But what I realized quite quickly after the first quarter is that I might have been wrong. And it has not been good for the Miami Heat offense. It was just not good spacing. You had Jimmy and Bam camping out in the corner half of the time on offense. And sometimes the offense in the third quarter, at least, was just 3-man actions or 2-man actions with Terry, Tyler, and Jovic. And then you're just having Jimmy and Bam sit at the top of or in the corners. That's not good offense. Like, if anyone should be sitting in the corner, it should be Jovic, who's usually a better three-point shooter. Today, 1 of 7. So maybe not that good. He shot 40% last year. It was as bad as you can possibly imagine for the Miami Heat. And we have more thoughts to come on the matter. But we do have to give some love to our sponsor, and that is DraftKings, the #1 sportsbook casino out there. And they have a really cool special for all the Heat fans when you use code HEATCHAT. The NBA is finally back. A new season means new ways to get into the action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. Who's draining threes from beyond the arc? Who's crashing the boards and grabbing rebounds? Get behind your favorite players and the prop bets you can make on DraftKings, the home of NBA player props. First time, new DraftKings customers bet $5, get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Every point counts with DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code HEATCHAT. That's code HEATCHAT for new customers. Get $200 in bonus bets when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas, 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in New Hampshire, Oregon, and Ontario. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gambling resources, see dkng.co/bball. Yeah, with DraftKings, you can play any type of way. You can make parlays. You can do player props, straight bets. You can do anything you want. They are the king. So make sure you download the app. Use promo code HEATCHAT. That gets you $200 in bonus bets when you make a $5 bet. I had a parlay in for the first Heat game. Herro 3-pointers. Bam, points, rebounds, assists, and Heat -2. Obviously, that did not happen. But I will be back on DraftKings as I am every single day, and I implore you guys to do all the same. Link will be in the live or description and comments of today's show. All right, back to the Heat basketball, because that was not great. I'm concerned a little bit about the bench. I am. And I thought this was a deep team. But when the bench was in the game in the second and third quarter, and granted the game was already over in the third quarter when the bench came in anyway, but it was concerning, man. Jaime had 13 points. Highsmith had 9. Duncan had 6. But they didn't look good. It didn't. It was concerning. It was stagnant. Bad turnovers. Turned the ball over 11 times today. It's actually not that bad, but it just felt like the Heat were making too many dumb mistakes. Maybe you guys agree with, maybe you don't. But I'm looking at the stat sheet here, and it's just like, man, I feel like there were a lot of missed opportunities. And obviously that's going to be the case when you shoot 38.6% from the field and 32.4% from 3. But, like, I just feel like there is a lot of opportunities missed from the Heat today. I don't love it. And, yeah, Kevin Love missed the game, but, like, I don't know if that's not moving the needle, right, guys? Like, that's not changing a 19-point loss whatsoever. Your leading scorer was Rozier with 19. Tyler had 14. Jovic had 15. A bad 15. Started off the game 4 of 4 from the field, then finished it 3 of 3. And in between that, he was 0 for 8. Like, he finished 7 of 15 from the field, but he was 4 of 4 to start the game, then missed 8 straight shots, and then made his final 3 in garbage time. So a fake 7 of 15 from Jovic. Ironically enough, he was the only starter that was not a negative in the game. He was a flat 0, but also garbage time. Let's turn it to the defense now. Same issues as last year. What happened last year? He got killed from 3. Why? They can't defend the pick and roll. They can't defend their man. They get beat off the dribble. Their defense gets put in rotation, and then good ball movement from the opponent will just result in a wide-open three-pointer every time. And that's what the Magic did to you. Magic shot 36.7% from 3, 18 of 49. Paolo Banchero killed you today. 4 of 8 from 3, 33 points. Jesus, that was bad. Paolo cooked you bad. Franz Wagner went 3 of 6. Gary Harris went 6 of 9 off the bench. I mean, you got killed from 3. And you're just getting beat off the dribble too often, and you're getting put in too many bad spots in pick-and-roll defense. And the offensive rebounds were infuriating. Gave up 18 offensive rebounds. Too many second chance opportunities for the Magic. Too much. Terrible. Frustrating. All right, well, that's going to do it for our post-game video. If you can't tell, I'm still kind of wrapping my head around what just happened. Hopefully, the Heat bounce back with a win on Saturday against the Hornets. If they don't, we're in serious trouble. Serious. And then Monday against the Pistons as well is a must-win. That's when our next live show will be. We'll be live on Monday against the Pistons. We don't do live streams over the weekend during the football season because we have other obligations here at Chat Sports that take my attention away from the Heat a little bit. But once football season's over, we do every single game. No matter what the Heat's record will be, we will be live for every game. And we also have videos every day leading up to games and between games. So make sure you hit that sub button and join the channel. It's always going to be Go Heat.